Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to try and find my next 5-star read. So the two books that I have for that are Funny Story by Emily Henry, and then I also have The Summer of Second Chances by K.L. Walther. Okay, so the first one that I ended up reading was Funny Story by Emily Henry, and I ended up giving this a 4.5 stars. I think that's also what I gave Beach Read as well. And then I know I gave People We Meet on Vacation a 4 stars, and I gave Happy Place a 5 stars. So I was kind of hoping that another one of her books would be a 5 star, but this is a 4.5. It was still good. I still enjoyed the story. And I know I'd heard some discourse about like people not feeling the chemistry between these two main characters, Daphne and Miles. Yeah, Daphne and Miles, which I could see that in the beginning, how there wasn't a lot of chemistry between them, but I did feel that as the story went on, they did have more chemistry, and it did make kind of more sense why they were together. But yeah. And then the second book that I read was The Summer of Second Chances by K.L. Walther. This one is like, they're standalone. All of her books are standalones, but this is kind of like the second book after The Summer I Turned Pretty, or not The Summer I Turned Pretty, The Summer of Broken Rules. And this one's also set on Martha's Vineyard, and you do see a lot of crossover with the characters in this book and the characters in The Summer of Broken Rules, which I thought was very cool. I gave this a 4.25 stars. I loved Olivia and Connor and kind of what, how they like came together and met each other and got together. And I liked that not everything worked out the way that it usually does in romances, where it's not like they meet and then they fall in love. It kind of is progressive, which is really nice. And then there is a lot of stuff that Olivia is dealing with in here with her grandmother, that I related to, that I had to deal with my grandmother. So I do really like this one, but I did give it a 4.25. So those were the two books that I read trying to find my next 5-star read. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.